Hey guys, it's Lord Maliscence back with another video on a tutorial on how to build a Bunkerbuster missile, which is fairly simple. It's more complicated than my last tutorial on how to build a missile. It's a much more advanced missile, but it's still easy to build, like not that hard. So I've been promising that I'd do this tutorial for a while, but I never got around to it. So well, and for a while is about 3-4 days, but anyway, it's a pretty good missile. It can penetrate through a 6-block thick wall in this case, but if you want to give it less payload, it can penetrate up to like I think an 11-block thick wall, which, yeah, technically it could do it through a 12-block thick wall, but then you wouldn't have any, like, you'd have very little TNT to blow up the wall, so it wouldn't really, unless you have a bunch of them, there wouldn't be really any point. Anyway, that's 6 blocks thick. It's not much of a wall, but it took me a while to place all those because it's really thick, as you can see. But anyway, I'll show you how to make it go farther through the wall, or just like or go through a thicker or thinner wall is what I mean. But anyway, here we go. So first you're going to want to go, 1 or 2, maybe 3, I did 3 here just to be safe, blocks up. You can't do it right next to the ground because it won't move, because the slime blocks will be sticking to the ground, and pistons can't push unlimited amounts of blocks. So you'll put a slime block right there, and then you're going to put another slime block in front of it. And now you're going to take what you need is TNT, piston, sticky piston, observer, any regular block, the slime block, and redstone block. So you need 2 slime blocks like this. Then you have an observer. You put two observers, and you put them facing the empty, I call it the naked slime block, right there. Then you have 2 regular pistons, and you put them right next to the observer. So that's the first part completed. It's just 2 sticky it is 2. The CNN notifications, though, I'm so annoyed by them. Sometimes they're interesting, sometimes they're not. Most of the time they're not. Anyway, 2 slime blocks, 2 regular pistons, 2 observers, and make sure the arrow is pointing that way. I've seen, like in CubeHamster's tutorial, which I watched to figure out how to do this in the first place, the arrows pointed the opposite way. It must have been an older Minecraft version. Anyway, so now comes the second part. You're gonna want to build, so go out like 4 from that slime block, and now you want an observer, and you want it to face this way, but you want to make the observer, and you have to destroy that block first, before you place the sticky piston here. So you place a sticky piston here, but and there's multiple ways to do this, but basically if you put an observer behind a block that gets triggered by redstone, it will trigger it really quickly, and that will make this entire engine go off and start moving. So if this goes into the slime block, so there are multiple ways to do this. My way was just putting the observer behind it before I place it, and then it won't do it. Now if I left the block behind here and placed it and then broke the block, it would also trigger it. So another way is just to break this block right here and then place it, and then once it's not, like, as long as you don't put anything behind it, it's good, if it doesn't trigger. So then you put a slime block on top of the sticky piston here, and make sure it's a sticky piston, and these are regular pistons or it's not going to work as well. Now, you have TNT. This is going to be the triggering mechanism with the TNT. So you take it, put it right next to the sticky piston on the side that has this piston right here, and go 3 back. Then behind this slime block on top of the observer, you put 2 TNT, and then right here you put 1 and another 1. So it's kind of like a Tetris shaped sort of thing. Then, in between these two, you put a slime block, then a redstone block right here. Make sure it doesn't touch the observer, or it's going to trigger the entire thing again. Now you have 4 observers you need to use. You put them right here. Make sure they're all facing this way. And then, you, sorry, I just woke up, so my voice is kind of, iffy. So then you put 4 regular pistons facing forward. Then you put TNT right there. Exactly right there. I'm not sure if it really makes a difference if you put it right there or right there, but I think it probably does, because CubeHamster did the tutorial I watched, and he normally has a reason for doing things. So then you put, you make sure not to put one underneath here, that won't work. Then you put, just keep going back, and, you know, ideally if it's a 6 block thick wall, so keep in mind a piston pushes 12 blocks maximum, which means, you're going to need 11, because, if it hits a 1 block thick wall and it has 12 on it, 12 TNT, it's not going to trigger because it doesn't go through the wall, and then the whole triggering mechanism works because like the wall sticks to something here, and then this redstone block triggers this TNT, that one. Anyway, so you need a maximum of 11 if you're going through a 1 block thick wall. Now, just however thick the wall is, it's that amount subtracted from 12. So, remember, this also counts. This little one over here, just single one. So I'm going to do 6 of them today. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it'll go through a 6 block thick wall. Now, you're done with your missile. All you have to do is trigger it. Now, just to check the 6 blocks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Because it's kind of hard to tell with white concrete. Okay, so now... Oh, I wonder what genius came up with the concrete textures. I think it's pretty cool, I'm just joking. Anyway, so now to trigger it, you take the sticky piston, you put a redstone block next to it, and... there you go. Once it's kind of slow, just like every missile in MCPE, it doesn't really go very fast. You can make really fast ones in Computer Edition, but, the mechanics aren't the exact same in Pocket Edition, so it's not possible to make a really fast one yet. Well, I'll hope that it eventually does, but anyway, as it hits the wall, you can see it'll push through. Now, it just triggered that redstone. That redstone triggered that TNT. And has basically completely destroyed that wall, as you can see. And now you can go through it if you're in factions or something. Anyway, that's all for today. Thanks for watching. Remember to subscribe, like, and comment. And goal for today is probably like, I don't know, 15 likes. That's my normal goal. Normally it gets about 2, but we'll try. It's a tutorial, so it probably will get a decent amount of views, you know. So anyway, see you guys later. Thanks for watching again. Bye.